What's up, ladies and gents, and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. We are here with series number 3, finally a new series, and we are starting as always in the summer season. And the first thing we are going to do is the photo challenge. And what we have to do is photograph any Jaguar at Farid Rueda's Lion Mural in Playa Azul. Now, photographing a Jaguar should be pretty easy. If you don't have one, you can buy one. There are a couple in the game, so that's not really an issue, and they're not too expensive. The more difficult part of this thing is finding the correct spot, but I'm going to show you right where it is. So first we are going to look at the spot, and it's basically right where the Goliath is. So at the east coast here, the Playa Azul town is marked on the map. And then you basically drive down this main road and you look to, well, when you drive down to your right or to the west, and then you can see like the Goliath is just ahead of us, and here's the house on the side of the road. So you drive past this road and then it's right on the side. And obviously we need to pick a Jaguar, so you go to change car and jump to manufacturer. And where is a Jag? There it is. And then you just pick whichever one you like. I kind of like the F-Type actually. You should have picked a different car. I want a picture with our... Yeah, sorry. You can take a picture with a car of your liking. I picked that one. And it worked, and we completed the photo challenge. I hope you can do this one as well. And we will then continue our little walkthrough here with collectibles in just a moment. For the collectibles, we have Smash 25 solar panels, and you might be wondering, well, where on the map can we find solar panels? And you might be looking at these houses and think those are solar panels, and you are sadly mistaken. They're actually over here. There's an XP board here as well, and those are the solar panels. It's northeast of Moulaget and just below the motorway here. And we are going to drive right towards them in this Lamborghini Urus. Not that you need to use that one. I just thought it would be fun to show a different car for a change, since I never show SUVs. But hey, it's a Lambo, so it's not so bad. And I thought it's a fun car to smash stuff with, so... And that completes lights out. Obviously you can smash even more if you want to extend your skill streak. I'm not entirely sure how we got 251 in the skill streak. That is beyond me, but... that already completes it. There are way more than enough of the solar panels to complete this objective, so... nothing to be worried about, but yeah, it's right there on the map if you struggle with it. No, you shouldn't. And we will continue probably with the weekly Forzathon challenges. And for the weekly Forzathon challenges, what we have to do in chapter 1 is own and drive the 2010 Lexus LFA, the apex of the LF series, and I believe I have that. Multiple of them. 900 or 800? Let's pick 900, why not? It's one of my favorite cars to drive, so I have one for both classes. That completes chapter number 1, and we didn't even have to drive it this time. It's interesting. Just hopping into it was enough. So that completes chapter 1, and we will see each other with chapter 2. In Chapter 2 we have to marvel at a work of art that is your 2010 Lexus LFA's Speedo as you race to a speed of 200 miles an hour. Now the easy way to do it is to tune the car, which I obviously did. The harder way to do it is doing it with the stock car, and you can reach 200, and for this I recommend... Oi! For this I recommend racing westwards, so the path we are taking on the motorway, because the declines and inclines are in a better way to actually reach 200. We're a little more top speed friendly, so to speak. Because you get some declines towards the end when you have all the speed in the world. And that makes it a lot easier. Now obviously when you tune it like we reached quite a bit above 200 already. So that's the easier way and the quicker way to do it. So I hope you can do this, and we will see each other in chapter number 3. Then we have a pretty easy one in chapter number 3. Live up to the Apex name by winning 2 road circuit events in the 2010 Lexus LFA. It's what it's made for. Here reading pays off once again. It says road circuit events. So when you go to the map, you can filter by road racing events. And then you obviously have the sprint events. These don't count. And the circuit events, you know, the ones that go in a circle where you drive laps. Those are the ones you need to win. I've already read complaints that the races don't count, again, like every week. So please read what you are actually required to do. Now I know some localization is terrible as well, and it doesn't actually state it in some languages, but if you play in one of those languages, then either switch to English or, well, now you watch this so you actually know what to do, so that's fine as well. And you can play custom races as long as they're circuit races. You can upgrade your car, you can play on a low difficulty, whatever. Just win road racing circuit events, and 2 of them, and that will complete the chapter, and we will see each other after the 2 events. And in chapter number 4 we have another one that I don't really need to show you because it's famously developed at the Nürburgring. Your 2010 Lexus LFA is a brilliant point-to-point car, so take it on a 20-mile drive, and well, like, you just need to drive 20 miles with it. And I obviously don't need to show you how to do that, you just drive. The 2 best occupations are probably either farming skill points in open world or driving races to, you know, farm money, etc. So that's probably the best way to do this. Or get cactus skills for the achievements, because we are now in the wet season again. You can do that as well. Yeah, that's probably the best ways to do it, but yeah, just drive 20 miles in the car, and that's literally all there is to it, and we will see each other with the stunts. For the danger sign this week, we have the Colina one, which is right at the top here. And we need to reach 584 feet, which sounds doable, in a C-Class, so 501 to 600 rods and customs car. If you don't know what a rods and customs car is, you can go to the car selection screen and press filter. You can go to rods and customs and just check for the cars you have available here. And again on the map it's there at the top, and 584 sounds doable, like I said, and we will try that right now. So we start pretty far back, and actually turn around first. So basically you need 2 things. You need speed, and you want to avoid losing too much speed in the barriers that you have to break through here, so you want to go off-road a little bit earlier so you don't have to break through those.
You have arrived at your destination.
And hopefully we can make it. Yes, 636, that was pretty good. So you pretty much start a whole way back and preferably upgrade your car to 600 rating. Then accumulate as much speed as possible. And then go off-road a little bit earlier when the racing line tells you, or when the direction tells you, so that you don't break through the road barrier, and because you actually lose speed there and you won't be able to get it back in that short distance, and then you can complete the jump relatively easily, I hope. And we will see each other with the, what is it? Speed zone. For the speed zone we have a ring road one, and it's right here. Fairly flat in the top middle above the stadium. We need to reach 86 miles an hour, which is just above 2 stars, but it sounds very doable. But we need to do it in a B-class Supra, the 98 one, and B-class isn't particularly amazing, so I guess we'll see what we can do. I do recommend, if we look at the map, starting way down here so you can pick up all of that speed and take it into the speed zone, and then just try to carry as much as we can through it, and we will see if we can reach 86 on average.
In 200 yards, turn sharp left.
What are you?
Turn sharp
That'll
left.
be fine. That was just rude. 86 still sounds doable now. Again, that was just sort of rude. Try not to care too much about the racing line telling you to slow down, because it's... I mean, you need to slow down a little bit, but not nearly as much as the racing line wants you to do it, especially at really slow speeds anyway. So you just need to take a fairly decent line into those corners, and then you won't lose as much speed. And like you could see, we already take a lot of speed into the speed zone when you start all the way back, and that makes it a lot easier, and then you just need to make sure you don't lose too much. Yeah, that's pretty much the trick behind that, and obviously using the B-class Supra as a requirement. And we will see each other with, I think, Trailblazer it was. Yes. And for the Trailblazer we actually have a new one, Desert Descent. And what we need to do is finish it with 25 seconds left, which means get 3 stars. In a number 25 Ford Bronco, which is entirely wrong, but it says so, and in the A class, so max 800 rating, 701 to 800. What you actually need to use is, well, it is a number 25 Bronco, but it's kind of hard to read that. It's the number 25 Brachy Ultra 4 Bronco RTR, as you can see at the top. And when you only scroll through the cars, you will only be able to read number 25 Brachy, and you're like, where's the Bronco? Where's the Bronco? Well, it's that car. You can see it when you see the car, like this one, and it's the same one as is on the picture. One thing to keep in mind is that the Trailblazer van goes down there. You can see the target on the map, it's pretty far down there. So you need to take a turn right, but you need to come from this direction and go into the corner. Coming from here is kind of pointless. So you need to start top there and pick up speed, and we will jump right into it, I would say. So let's pick up speed. The ending is rough. I did a 2-star attempt on it while you weren't looking. Pretty much slow down and then immediately turn turn to the right and get a good path down the hill. Because getting down the hill clean can save you a lot of time. But doing it cleanly is actually quite difficult, so I do want to kind of follow his path a little bit. And preferably not drive into rocks. And then join the dirt road here. And follow that along a little bit, because there are a lot of rocks in the path and you don't want to hit them. You will get very close to the target area and have surprisingly much time left, and then you will notice that the last bit is just horrible. And you will have to take a shortcut right here, which isn't on the map, and another one right here, which also isn't on the map. And you go through the bridge, and you can see the target is up there, and you have more than 20 seconds left. But getting up there is actually like really difficult. And you basically want to do it at the last second because you have all these jumps there. We have 9 seconds left, and we have 5 seconds left, and I think we can do it. Barely. Barely, but we did it. It was tough, but we drove into a rock, so if you avoid that, that will already help you. But this last hill, getting up there is actually really tough, so I certainly recommend upgrading it to the 800 rating to give you a little bit more extra boost, and apart from that, maybe make 1 or 2 changes to my route. I've found it pretty well, all in all. If you don't have a car yet, you can win it right here, by the way. So that's one way to get it. So if you don't have that, that's one way to get it. And yeah, that's already it. Obviously, I still need to do this one, but it's just driving 20 miles. And I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. I hope you can do these things as well. And until next time, farewell.